Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, The Quality Analyst. In this session, we are going to understand the window interface in Selenium. So specifically, we will cover what the window interface is, how Selenium controls browser window states, methods like maximize, minimize, full screen, state size, and most importantly, why maximize is used almost everywhere in real projects. So this topic is also frequently asked in interviews. So please listen carefully and try to understand the reasoning, not just a syntax. Okay. So what is window interface? So when Selenium opens a browser, how does it control the size and state of that browser window? That control is provided by something called as window interface. So let us create one class here and we will name it as window interface test. Okay, and I will add a main method and then we will write a driver instance here, new Chrome driver, import this web driver, and now I will use driver.get and then pass the URL. Okay, so let's say bing.com, so we'll use bing.com. Okay, and then to maximize it, we will need to add driver.manage.window.maximize. Okay, so we access it like this, right? So with driver.manage.window, and then we can access the methods maximize, minimize, full screen, and set size, right? So conceptually, manage is for browser management, and because we are directly accessing it with the driver instance, so manage is for browser management and window is for the browser window control. So once we reach the window interface, Selenium gives us methods to control how the browser window behaves. So let's say, for example, if I remove this dot, you see maximize, minimize, full screen, set size, gate position, and set position, right? So I will keep this as maximize for now. Okay, so driver represents the browser, manage gives access to browser settings, and window focuses specifically on the browser window. So whenever you see driver.manage.window.something, you should immediately think this code is controlling the browser window state. Okay, so in real life, browser window can be maximized, minimized, full screen, or a custom size. Okay, so if you try to do it in your browser, so there is an option here on top, you see the minus sign, which is minimize. Okay, if you hover over that, you will see the tooltip as minimize. So if you click on it, it will simply get minimized. Okay, if you, let's say for example, if you want to maximize it, simply you can click on this option, that is maximize. Okay, if you want to do it full screen, just click on these three dots and there is an option to full screen. Okay, if you full screen it, you see there's a different view is observed now, right? So again, just escape it, or maybe you can just go on top and just click on this cross button. Okay, and then again it goes back to the maximize mode. Or else if you want to customize the size, you can simply customize it like this, right? Based on the requirement, you can customize this. Okay, so Selenium allows us to control all these states programmatically. So this is extremely useful because different window size change page layout, element may appear or disappear, and responsive design behaves differently. So let's start with the most commonly used method, that is maximized. Okay, so this is the code for maximize, driver.manage.window.maximize. So this tells Selenium expand the browser window to the maximum available screen size. Now let me tell you something very important. In almost every real automation project, maximize is used by default. Okay, so why maximize is used in real projects? Because it ensures all the elements are visible. Some elements are hidden or collapsed in smaller screens. That's why if you are using maximize, it will ensure all the elements are visible. It avoids responsive layout issues. Web application changes layout based on the screen size. It prevents element not clickable errors such as menu, then buttons and links may shift or overlap. It ensures consistency across machines. So different testers have different screen sizes. So maximize gives us stability, consistency, and fewer failures. So that's why you will often see maximize in framework setup code. Okay. Now let's talk about minimize. So for minimize, what we can do is driver.manage.window.minimize. Okay. So this minimizes the browser window to the taskbar. Now this is not commonly used in automation script, but it can be helpful in demonstrations, window behavior testing, specific desktop interaction scenarios. So in real projects, we rarely use this feature. Okay. So now let's understand full screen. Okay, again for full screen, the code is similar. Driver.manage.window.fullscreen. So this is different from maximize. So maximize uses OS window borders, but full screen removes browser borders, hides OS taskbar, and similar to pressing F1 manually. Okay, so this is helpful for video players, kiosk applications, display focused testing, but again not used in most automation frameworks, used in some special cases. Okay, so now, okay, let's try to run this first and then we will move to the set size method. Okay, it has opened here. So it will maximize, it will minimize, and then again it will maximize here. Okay, it is full screen view. Okay, and then our test case have passed already. Okay, so let me close this. See, it is exit 0, right? So if you want to check this, what you can do is you can just use a get location method, and then you can check the size of that particular search bar. Okay, let's consider if you open bing.com here. Let's try to inspect this. Okay, and try to find out the locator for this search text box. Okay, select it. Okay, and then try to select this search bar here. So let's try to find out the XPath for this. Okay, this one, this is the correct one. Okay, so I can simply use that ID. Okay, so I will simply use this class view and then pass that class here, and then we are able to locate it. Okay, so just store it in the one web element. Okay, it here. So driver dot find element by dot XPath, then pass it over here. So this is our web element. So we can store it in a web element. Okay, and then we will try to find out the location for that. Okay, so after maximize we will do that. Again after minimize we will do that. Okay, so let's add here, print it system.out.println. Okay, the current location after maximize is, add some space, and then we can simply use that method element dot get location. Okay, so this will return you the location for that. Okay, so you see it will, the return type for this is point. Okay, so it will give you the coordinates for that particular element. Okay, so again simply I will just copy this now. So after minimize we will do that, and after full screen we will also do that. Okay, So maybe just change this text here, just add minimize, and then here after full screen. Okay, and then again try to run it one more time. The browser has opened, then it will maximize it. Yeah, it has maximized, again minimized, and then full screen. Okay, then I will simply close it. So you can see the location after maximize is 576 194, current location after minimize is 138 189, and after full screen it is 576220. Okay, so logically it should not change the location after minimize, but yeah, this is giving some random location. Okay, yeah, it's fine just for the demonstration purpose. We generally don't use this often. Okay, now we come to a very powerful method, that is set size. So if you are using set size help us set custom width and height. Okay, so why this is important? So because the modern applications are responsive, using set size we can simulate a mobile screen, simulate a tablet screen, or test layout breakpoints. So let's say for example if you want to test some kind of okay, let's say for example if you want to check the size here, or maybe if you want to set the particular size to a window, to a mobile size. Okay, like the window size to simulate the mobile screen, sorry. Okay, so what we can do is, we generally as a real user we can set it with the help of just dragging and dropping, right? That way it will work. So in case of automation we can do that with the help of set size method. Okay, so let's try to do that. So driver.manage.window.set size. Now if you see, it is taking a dimension target size. Okay, so now we need to pass the object of dimension class. So what we can do is, we can create a dimension object here with a new dimension, and then we have to pass width and height which we want, right? So let's consider we will pass 400 as a width, and height is as, let's say, 180. Okay, and then at the end what we can do, we can again print this after setting custom size. Okay, now we can again run it. Okay, the browser has launched. It's printing one by one. See, it is in maximum full screen mode, and now you see here this is a custom size. Okay, again based on your requirement you can set it. Okay, but for now we have just randomly put it as 400 180, and it's giving you this kind of output. So this is setting the custom width and height for the particular window. Okay, so this is a fundamental Selenium concept that directly impacts the test reliability. So if you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with fellow Selenium learners. So in the next video we will move into more real world browser control scenarios. Happy learning, and I will see you in the next lecture.